2019 Kia Optima S, and we're going to be replacing the fog lights now. This uses a 9006 bulb. Even for this small projector style, it still uses a halogen 9006, okay? So you're going to have to remove the liner on the bottom, that undercarriage cover, and it's held on by a couple 10 millimeters that will hold the liner in there. So it'll be going in these holes right here. And you'll be able to see the actual fog light, which is right here, the bulb and cable. If I can pinpoint it, this one right here. Okay, so get this out. Just take your time and you should be able to get it out, okay? At that point, you can now remove your bulb, because you can't twist the bulb without disconnecting it, because there's a little like stopper thing on the side. I don't know why they added that, but it just makes things more difficult. But once you disconnect the cable, the bulb can be twisted off, okay? You're just gonna make sure the little locking ring is all the way in and it's locked. What you wanna do here on the bulb itself, there's a plus and minus, so you can know what's positive, what's negative. And on this vehicle, they're usually you separate them by the bright colors, but as you can see, this one has a green and blue. So the blue one will be your power and the green will be your negative. So as you can see, that's correct. Okay, so let's get in there. So then at that point, line it up, lock it just like that, and you're done. All right, so there you have it, guys. By default, it'll always start white, and if you turn off the light and turn it back on, it'll switch. It'll go to a halogen yellow, then it'll go to the golden yellow, and your SOS signal. Alright guys, so we got this 2019 Kia Optima S, and we're going to be replacing the turn signals on it. As you can see on the passenger side, we already replaced it with the LEDs, which is the T1156. Your halogen bulb will be a 1156, which is the one over here on the driver's side. You can tell already that the intensity of them are completely different. So this is a really nice upgrade to do. So to get this started, it's very simple. The liner is actually held by 4 clips. It'll be 1, 2, 3, and then 1 more in there, 4. Once you pop those out, they look like these. Okay, once you pop these out, you can pull your liner back, and you actually can see the plug right there. You see the kind of like brownish plug straight in there. See right there. Okay, with the red cable coming out. Let's see if I can zoom in real quick. So I'm gonna pull that out real quick, and I'll let it hang so you guys can get an idea. Okay, as you can see, that's your bulb, and it'll come out. Okay, and all you gotta do now at this point is reach for your bulb, line it up, and install. There you have it, completed. Now they're matching. Okay guys, so after removing the Kia Optima tail light, it's actually held on by 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 millimeters, and the whole thing just pops out really simple. Turn signal bulb, which is right here, that socket, it'll actually hit this and it won't let it come out. So you want to make sure you separate this, turn your counterclockwise to remove. It'll come out. As you can see, we already put it in here. That's the original bulb. It only goes in one way. It's an 1156. So you just put it in, press down and twist, and it should be locked. If you feel resistance, and it means it's wrong, so it'll only go in one way. So all you do is just flip it over, retry again, and it should go in easy. Put it inside. Make sure you align it correctly so it can lock correctly, just like that. Make sure you put this back in place, just like that, and we'll put this back in place. All right, so now we're gonna put everything back in place. Make sure these red spikes line up to these little holes right here, okay? And this big one over here is gonna go into this clip over here. All right, so make sure they line up correctly. Take your time, make sure everything lines up. This is your power cable right there. So just make sure you connect it back in, just so we can test it right now. Don't tighten down anything yet. And as you can see, it's working perfectly fine. This is a T1156 in ambers. It's a single filament bulb, and it's only gonna be flashing amber, okay? All right guys, so we got this 2019 Kia Optima S that we're working on. We're actually gonna be replacing the halogen turn signals. As you can see, this is the original one, the OEM 1156 halogen bulb. All right, and we're gonna convert it into our T1156 in amber. These only have one function, and that is only to activate when the turn signals are active, okay? So as you can check it out, please put the emergency. See the big difference. Okay. All right, guys. So pretty much to get this out is very simple. It's gonna be held on by 4 nuts. So 10 millimeters each. I already took out 3. And make sure you disconnect your power cable. On these vehicles, you can't replace the brake light because it's already LED from factory. So you can only replace the turn signal, which is an 1156, okay? So I already loosened up this nut, taking it off right now. So please take your time, don't rush it because you don't want to drop any of them. It's gonna be hard to get them. But that's it right there. Okay, and then the tail light would just slide out, just pull straight back, just like that, okay? So at this point, what you're gonna do is just remove this. Like that. And remove your turn signal. So there you have it guys, just like that, we completed the installation. These are the T1156 in amber for turn signals. And this vehicle is a 2019 Kia Optima S. All right. So if you guys have any questions, concerns, feel free to let us know, and we'll be more than happy to help you out. Hey guys, so we're working on this 2019 Kia Optima S, and today we're going to be replacing the actual reverse lights, which will be the T15s that go in here. And then later we'll do another video to do the actual license plate lights as well, okay? So let's get this done. Pretty simple. All you're going to do is remove all the clips that hold this liner onto your actual trunk lid. Once you remove all of these, there's one more thing you got to do. There's this handle that says pull. It'll open up like that, and there'll be 2 Phillips head screws in here that go onto that, okay? So once you remove all that, the clips that hold it in place look like these. So just get a plastic trim clip remover and you'll get these out real quick. Then you want to put this to the side, and at this point, these red plugs you see right here. So once you're in here, you just twist these, and it releases your T15. And at this point, what you're gonna do is prepare your lights. So we're gonna be using these. Put them right there, make it easier to access, and you're just gonna pull these out. Okay, just like that. And going to install them. And there you have it. Make sure it goes all the way. It should sit, and it's gonna be locked in there. So at this point, you pretty much can install. These are non-polarity, so you don't have to worry about which side they go in. Just make sure you install it correctly. Put it back in place, just like that. And that's how it's gonna look. We got the LED on the passenger side, and we got the stock halogen on the driver's side. Right now the camera is overexposing it. But there you have it. Alright guys, so we're working on this 2019 Kia Optima S and we're doing the dome light. And it's going to be the rear one, okay? So that's the maps over there. This will be the one in the rear passenger side, or right in the center top of it. And to get to this, pretty much what you want to do to get to this is, you can see right here, you can see it's kind of dark in this area. It'll be the same over here, okay? Right there. That's your halogen bulb. It's a 28mm. That's how it looks. Okay, just like that. Get your new 28mm. And now you're gonna install. Make sure the chips are facing down and not to the sides or upwards, or else your light will be shooting out differently, okay? So that's pretty much it. Like this, with the U shape first. And you're done, just like that. Alright guys, so we're still working on this 2019 Kia Optima S, and now we're doing the map lights. Earlier we finished the dome light. Now we're going for the map. They also use 28mm, okay? So just real quick, just to show you how it looks, I'm gonna turn it on. That's your halogen. Okay, that's how they look. And the way you want to get this out is pretty much, you're gonna pry from over here, okay? It's this corner where you want to start. You can see how the screwdriver pretty much goes inside. So the way you're gonna do it, you're gonna press the top tip, you're gonna push that in, then you're gonna slide this in, and then you're gonna pry out, okay? And the bulb just falls out. Just get your new bulb, which is 28mm as well. There you go. So you gotta play with it a little bit until you get it in there lined up correctly. And then remember again, make sure the chips are facing down, so when you activate the light, all the light comes down and not upwards or sideways, okay? So just quick comparison, that's how that looks. You're gonna turn them off now, put this back in. You're gonna start from the tip in first. And just like that, it's done. Okay? So we're doing the trunk light now on this 2019 Kia Optima S, and I want to show you this thing is pretty tricky to work with. So after a while of playing with it, I finally figured out how to get it out. That goes in that square opening right here. So what I had to do was put in the prying tool here and start to lift it up, okay? You're gonna start lifting it up. This one has it on the plastic inside. So I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Let's see if I can lower that. What you're gonna do is pretty much pry between here and lift up, okay? Just like that, the way I'm doing it. And like I said, once you start prying that up, it'll want to go back down. So make sure you keep that from going back down. Pull this out, it'll just come up straight. The actual bolt would just shoot out, okay? So be careful. That would just shoot out because it's being held by this contact. So you see there's a hole in it. That's where that little point is going to go in there. And then the other one is going to be your ground, which is that one, okay? You're going to put a 28mm in here as well. Here's your halogen, here's the LED. And what you're going to do to get this done is you're going to install this piece first, okay? Make sure this goes back in place and all its guides. Make sure they all snap in place. Make sure that. Okay, make sure everything's snapped in place, and you're just gonna install it like so. Okay, and like I said, make sure those chips are facing the direction the light should be going. So make sure it's pointing out, okay? Make sure, same thing, make sure it clips. Alright guys, and this thing goes one way, okay? You can actually tell by the colors of the connectors. The inside will be gold and the bottom one will be silver or metallic. So you can't mess up that. It'll go only one way. And there you have it. Okay? So now what you gotta do, just put it back in, lock it in place. and you're done. So if you guys have any questions, concerns, feel free to let us know, and we'll be more than happy to help you out. Thank you for watching.